Hey lifers, Break It Billy coming to you live from the garage with Reaper again. So we are back in the garage, and as you saw on our Instagram and my Instagram, I am working on some of the Johnny joints. So right now I realized that there was some axle wrap in the rear axle. Basically the whole axle and differential was moving forward and backwards as it was driving down the road, which is not good, putting stress and strain on other components. So we're gonna be replacing these Johnny joints. I have 2-inch narrows on the top and the rear, and then 2.5-inch Johnny joints in the lowers in the rear. So I'm just worrying about the uppers for right now before I head to Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion down in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And then we're gonna be hanging out with Marvin and Holly over at Windrock for a little bit down in Tennessee as well. So stick around, we're gonna be hitting this real quick. I'm gonna give you a quick overview of what a Johnny joint is and also what we're replacing. All right, welcome back. So just real quick, what we're gonna be replacing is this bushing, which is a spherical ball bushing. So this is the center section of the Johnny joint. It's a ball joint, which that ball gets pressed inside this bushing. And then there are 2 washers and a snap ring, which all get pressed into this housing. I'm gonna go through, clean up this housing a little bit, make sure all the dirt and debris is out of it, and then we're going to be placing this bushing inside of that with the ball. Washer goes on either side, and then the snap ring gets put in place. So pretty simple. The way I do it is I actually use a axle nut socket, which is for a JK. It's a 36 millimeter socket, and then a slightly ground 15. Basically, it's what I have to work with. There is a fancy tool that's like $100 some odd, but you know what? Sometimes the simple sockets and a vise work really well. So real quick, here we go. So first, I have to press this ball into the bushing. So I just use the socket and a vise, and as I press this down onto it, the ball just pops in like so. Boop, right on, just like that. Pretty simple. And then next we're going to be placing this whole thing inside that socket. So as I said real quick, just gonna be clean. I cleaned up the inside of this socket with a quick wire wheel, and we're going to be pressing this section into that. All right, guys, so the next step is we are going to be pressing this bushing fully into the end joint here. I had to get it started first, so I couldn't show that, but after I got it started, basically socket, the washer, bushing, the ball joints in there. Make sure you put the other washer on the opposite side, and then as that ball sticks through, it'll go inside this socket. It just creates a relief for it as it pushes through. As we get the bushing pressed all the way in, we're actually going to release the vise, put the snap ring in its position, getting it set, and then as we press it all together, the snap ring will fall into place. As we see, we put the snap ring in this center section first, and then as we put everything back into the vise, just like so, it will fall into place. Then just like so, snap ring is in place inside the groove, and that joint is all rebuilt. So I'm gonna go ahead, rebuild all the other joints, and then we're going to be putting this back into Reaper, and hopefully that'll stop all my axle wrap in the back. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's right over there. If you forgot where it was, does the channel a great help. And also from myself, Break It Billy, and Reaper, big Jeep wave to you. And I will catch you on the next episode of Working in the Garage.